This is Clint Vbrock, Telluride Inside and Out. I'm at the Telluride Regional Airport to talk to Rich Nuttall, airport manager, about the reconstruction project that's been going on this summer and now nearly completed. The airport's due to open November 4th. So we're nearing completion on this part of the project. What does the next construction season look like?
Well, the final phase of this project will basically widen the safety areas that we didn't get done in this phase, and we'll also be putting in a water tank to replace the pond and to go ahead and put the EMAS in, complete the road to the tunnel that goes underneath the runway, and that should probably do it. I'm sorry. This is what we're sitting on right now is the noise berm that was we decided and agreed upon with the county to put in. So that's what we're sitting on here right now, which is elevated above the runway. And you can see off to the west here where that pickup truck is. That is where the EMAS will eventually be installed in the final phase.
Okay, tell me about EMAS.
Okay, EMAS is Engineered Material Arresting System. It's a cementous material that comes in 4-foot square blocks, which will be installed at the end of each runway. And if an aircraft continues off the runway into the EMAS, this EMAS is a crushable material that slows and stops the airplane without damaging the airplane.
Okay. Will there be a runway closure next year when that work is being done?
Well, we're not sure if we're going to do any work next year or not. It's all going to be depending on funding. Okay. So right now we're scheduled to do the final phase in 2011. So if we don't get any funding next year, then there will be no runway closure next year. Now, if on the final phase, we're only looking at possibly having to close for maybe a month, and that would be an off-season, say in April or May.
Okay.
And then that would be it.
All right. Sure. The runway length that we end up with now, will that accommodate everything that we're looking at bringing into Telluride at this point?
Yeah, pretty much. The final runway, length when the final phase is completed will be about, I think, 7,100 feet.
Okay.
And we're now, or have been, at 6,870.
Yeah. So
we'll have a little bit of an increase in runway length there once it's all done.
All right. I guess we're looking at the batch plant for the asphalt
yes.
Up ahead of us there.
That's correct.
All right.
Yeah, that's a portable plant they brought in for this project. And as I said today, if all goes well, they should be completing the rest of the paving today. The
infamous dip has largely disappeared.
Yeah, we still have just a slight one there.
I saw on the airport website that you took down about 30 feet, I think, at the west end.
Yeah, the west end went down 30 feet. The dip area was raised 16 feet, and the east end here went down 14 feet.
All right.
So there's some huge grade changes that took place. Ari Monks, the general contractor, did an excellent job in moving the dirt. They were very efficient. I had a very good operation. You want to take a ride down the runway?
Let's do that.
Okay.
This project has been a little while in the planning stage.
Yes, it has. John Macetic and I went to Denver in February of 2000, and we went there asking for, I think, $6 million to rebuild our existing runway. And the FAA said, well, that's fine, but we would like you to take a look at completely rebuilding the runway and meeting all of the new FAA runway grades and safety areas and et cetera. And that started the whole process. So here we are 9 years later, and we're almost done. So
here we are on runway 27.
Right on the center line. Yeah, we did the preliminary striping on the runway so the FAA could do their flight check yesterday. So the flight check was successful yesterday, and now we'll have to wait for this pavement to cure for 2 or 3 weeks, and then we'll do the grooving, and then once the grooving's done, we'll do probably maybe another coat of paint on it.
All right.
And should be ready to go. November 4th, we're scheduled to open. And what they're doing over here to the right is they're preparing the holes for all the runway lighting.
Oh, yeah.
And what they do here is they pave over where they have the cans. They come over with a little piece of equipment and cut those out and put the cans in, put the lights in, and fill with concrete.
All right.
And now we're approaching where the tunnel goes underneath the runway. And just off to the right here, you can see the edge of the tunnel, the silver
Oh, yeah.
plate tunnel there. That's an 800-foot tunnel. And that goes underneath the runway, and it's large enough to drive a semi-truck through there.
Oh, all right.
The other thing we have new on the runway that we didn't have before is we have paved shoulders. Everything on the outside of this white line here is what we call a paved shoulder, and that's where the runway lights are, and that allows us to easily plow around the runway lights.
Oh, good.
It's much more stable.
Sure.
So the runway is still 100 feet wide, but now we have 20-foot shoulders on either side, so we have 140 feet of pavement.
And
now.
are they weight bearing to the same level as the
They're a
main
little
runway?
bit less.
Okay.
Yeah. Another new feature we have on the runway is we have all new windsocks, which are now lighted from the inside.
Ah.
So when someone flips on the runway lighting, the runway lights will come on, plus the windsocks will light up. And the lights shine inside the socks, so you can see it easily from the air.
Uh-huh. I've noticed that occasionally airline traffic overhead will click on the lights just to
See the airport.
see the airport.
Yeah.
The nighttime curfew is still in effect at
Yes,
the
it is.
airport.
Yes, it is.
Since there's a lot of rock in that, was a lot of that used as fill?
All of it was used as fill here.
It didn't leave the area.
Never left the airport.
All right.
Yeah. And out here, they're doing the final grading of the topsoil.
And that area over there will be re-vegged.
Yes.
Well, one thing hasn't changed. It's still a beautiful spot to land an airplane.
Yes, it is. We have one of the best locations in the country. That dip is much reduced.
Yeah, I can remember a lot of times when you get a little bit of wind coming from this way and find that this end of the runway was dropping as fast as the airplane was
Yes,
toward it.
Exactly. Well, we have all new navigation aids, new runway lighting, new PAPIs and reels, and so it's all been updated, all new signage.
This is the PAPI system over here on the
And this one right here, that's the PAPIs right there, and then we have the localizer.
localizer.
Localizer shelter.
Quite a project. This is Clint Feebrock for Telluride Inside and Out, and I've been talking to Rich Nuttall, Airport Manager at Telluride Airport. Thanks a lot for your time, Rich. I know that things are busy, and I appreciate it.
We enjoyed it. Thank you.
All right.